Hello, my name is Brian Kirsch. I'm an instructor at Milwaukee Area Technical College. And for this video, I just wanted to talk about some of the different programs that are available at our college and other colleges. And just kind of give you an overview of where they are versus like the job market. And we'll go from there. So most two-year tech colleges have four different programs: IT networking, some level of development program, either more like web programming or mobile device, and IT security, and then IT support. So let's talk first the financials around this. When it comes to the four different programs, your support program, the jobs paying for that are pretty plentiful, with the max salary between $30,000 to $50,000 a year. That's going to be fairly common, but something you can get into. It's a healthy paycheck, pretty nice. The thing about the support jobs, there is a lot of positions open. So that tends to be something that's hired very frequently, and you have some ability to move up. And I want to be cautious on how I say that because I want to talk about networking now. So the networking side of the house, unlike support where it's a little bit more end user focused, you're on the phone a bit more and it's end user devices, things like that. The networking side is the back end infrastructure. So that is the stuff that less people focused, more of the technology focused. A little bit more in the closets, the data center, the server aspect versus more of the frontline stuff. That pay can easily go from that 50,000 up to $80,000, $90,000. That is not uncommon with some experience and maybe a few certifications as well. There's a very healthy number of jobs in there, but there's less jobs in networking than there is in support. That's just a fact. You might have, 10 people on a support desk. You might have 4 or 5 people doing networking. Okay, it's going to be less. There's still plenty of jobs, but it's going to be less, just the sheer quantity of it. One of the great things about the networking side of the house, if you go through a networking degree, you can actually get a job in support. It's going to be possible, and you can work your way up and back into networking or some level of sysadmin. If you get a degree in support, it's not that you can't work up into networking, but you're going to be missing some of that deeper technical training. And because of that, it might be a little bit harder to get a job, or to not get a job, but to get that next position. You might have to go back to school for some additional training, some other things like that. So just something to keep in mind. Now, when it comes to security, IT security, that's going to pay a bit more than networking. Add another 10, 15 grand on top of it. But the job openings are going to be a lot less. And what I mean by that is you might have 10 people to keep the lights on for all your sysadmins. You would be lucky to have one person in security. And a lot of times the networking admins are doing double duty and doing the security. This is because, and I hate to say this, there's more money for a company to keep the lights on than there is to secure the doors. That's just where they spend their money. Most companies don't spend money on security until after they've had a security breach, oddly enough. So the number of openings for security professionals can be a lot less. That's just the reality to it. That's a little bit unfortunate, but it's kind of the way the market is. Now, that doesn't mean there's not plenty of opportunity out there, but in a given company, you're simply going to have more support roles, more networking roles, and then more of the, or less of the security role. It's just how the numbers work out that way. And finally, the dev stuff. Dev and DevOps is absolutely going gangbusters now, but it also depends where you are. Software development houses are typically on the coasts or in some of the larger metropolitan areas. So you might not find some of that locally. However, given your programming, it's a great opportunity to do it remote. So that's some really phenomenal opportunity. All the mobile programming and everything like that has obviously exploded with all the devices and tablets and everything. So plenty of opportunity there. And the salary range is truly really wide. But going to be real blunt, you have to enjoy doing it. Some people don't like writing code. That is just the way it is. And because you are in front of a screen, you don't move, and you write code. Now, I have done it in my past. I got bored with it. You can only put your music in for so long, and then you just want to see something other than just lines of code. So it's really going to depend on what you're looking for, the salary ranges, what you want to do. Again, support people focused. Really strong people focused. Networking, more the back end technology focused. Security is going to be a lot of policy and procedure. It's not going to be like the movies. It's not how it works. It's going to be, kind of finding a needle in a haystack sometimes. So security can be a little meticulous. And then programming is programming. It's what it is. So you kind of got to decide what you're looking for and which way you want to go with it, and make your choices and go forward. And keep in mind, having 2 degrees, support in networking, I've seen several students do. I've also seen security in networking. Seen students do stuff like that too. Again, all great things to do. They always expand your horizons and what you can do, because nowadays people tend to wear multiple hats. So why not have multiple degrees? So again, my name is Brian Kirsch, and thank you very much.